Hello and welcome back to my channel. I thought what I would do today is just talk you briefly through my editorial process because if you watched my AuthorTube newbie tag you will have seen that that's the stage I'm currently at with my current project. The first step would be outlining. I discovery wrote, or pantsed if you prefer that term, the whole thing, so I had no idea when I started writing what direction it was going to go in. In fact, some really interesting things cropped up about 2 chapters in that took the novel in a completely different direction. So if I had outlined it, it would have gone out the window anyway. I'm using the snowflake method for that. I know some people really like it, and I know there's a lot of people that really don't like that method. I have tried it before when I was trying to outline before writing a book, just to see if it was the right thing for me, and I couldn't get on with it at all. It goes into far too much detail of what I wanted before I started writing, but I do like it as a tool when I've got a story and I need to work out where the gaps are, because you start with the big picture, you work out what the most important things are to the story, and then you just expand it and expand it. And the biggest thing I like about it is you end up with a complete list of all the scenes you need to tell that story. So I can go through and go, oh, that one's missing, I need to write that. The only thing I'm not going to be using from that is I'm going to be disregarding their character synopsises and using the character creation checklist in the Fantasy Fiction Formula by Deborah Chester. I'm actually going to be working through most of the exercises in this book. I read it back in February and thought it was really useful, but I didn't actually go through the exercises, I just read it cover to cover. So now I'd like to really dive in and see how much this can help. I know Laura over at Laura Writes is doing a full discussion on this, I think in August. She's been doing a series of discussion reviews on different craft books over the past few months, so I'm looking forward to her getting to this one because I'd quite like to hear what she's got to say on that. So once I worked out what scenes I needed, I've got my whole list. I'm putting them onto little note cards. And I know I could do this in Scrivener, I can just drag and drop them around the screen and put them where I want, but there's something about writing them out by hand that makes things go into my brain a little bit better, and it's the physical moving of them that you don't quite get when you're just dragging them around a screen. Then I've gone through and I'm using Janice Hardy's 31-day revision plan. I'm not planning on doing it specifically in any one month or being really strict with doing day one on day one, and I'm just going to use it as a 31-step program. Some days I might do more than one step, some days I might do part of a step, so just so I can work through. And again, it's really useful. It goes from the big picture edits of working out the plot structure and what's missing, going through until you're going line by line and putting commas in the right places and things like that. So I find that quite helpful, and it gives me a guide so I know what I'm doing on any one day. So that once I'd got my note cards, I've then added underneath in a different colour, different colours for different characters, the point of view characters, goal, motivation, the scene conflict, the stakes, what will happen if they don't meet the goal, what moves the scene forward, and then any other information I need to remember for future scenes. And that one's in blue, I don't know how much of this you can see, that one's in red. So different colours for different characters. And I'm hoping that will help me move forward. I might do some editing vlogs in the future so you can get an idea of where I'm up to and how I'm getting on with this. But that's my plan going forward. If you have any other suggestions for useful editing tools or methods or things that you think I should check out, again, drop them down below in the comments. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Any other comments, questions, ideas for future videos, things you'd like me to talk about, drop them down below. I am always open to suggestions, and I will see you all next time. Goodbye! Today I thought I would talk to you a little bit about my editing process. So the first thing I'm going to do is outline... Come on, focus. So then I'm going to be following through story. The method I'm using to outline